baby since the night before last. Gotta get a drink, man, I'm gonna get gas. Gonna get high, man, I ain't had enough. Need me a triple shot of that stuff. Gonna get drunk, won't you listen right here? I want one bourbon, one shot, one beer, one bourbon, one scotch, one beer. Well, all right. You know when your mouth is getting dry, you're plenty high. Look down the bar, I see to my bartender. I said, look man, come down here. You got down there, so what you want this time? I said, look man, what time is it? He said the clock on the wall said 3 o'clock. A last call for alcohol. So what you need? One bourbon, one scotch, one beer. Lord, I ain't seen my baby since a nigh on a week. Gotta get drunk, man, so I can't even speak. Gonna get high, man, listen to me. One drink ain't enough, Jack, you better make it 3. Gonna get drunk, I'm gonna make it real clear. I want one bourbon, one scotch, one beer, one bourbon, one scotch, one beer. Mustang Sally,
This is
Saturday night, baby. Oh, Some people call me the space cowboy. Yeah. Some call me the gangster of love. Some people call me Maurice, 'cause I speak of the pompatus of love. People talk about me, baby, say I'm doing you wrong, doing you wrong. Well, don't you worry, baby, don't worry, 'cause I'm right here, right here, right here, right here at home. 'Cause I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, and I'm a sinner. I play my music in the sun. I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, I'm a midnight toker. I sure don't want to hurt no one. I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, and I'm a sinner. I play my music in the sun. I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, I'm a midnight toker. I get my loving on the run. Ooh, ooh. You're the cutest thing that I ever did see. I really love your peaches, want to shake your tree. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it all the time. Ooh, yeah, baby, I sure show you a good time. 'Cause I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, and I'm a sinner. I play my music in the sun. I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, I'm a midnight toker. I get my loving on the run. I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, and I'm a sinner. I play my music in the sun. I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, I'm a midnight toker. I sure don't want to hurt no one. People keep talking about me, baby. Say I'm doing you wrong. Well, don't you worry, no, don't worry, mama. 'Cause I'm right here at home. You're the cutest thing I ever did see. I really love your peaches, wanna shake your tree. Lovey-dovey, lovey-dovey, lovey-dovey all the time. Come on, baby, now show you take you away. Last night I owned a Letham's land, and so I wish that I could stay. Before the thing could answer me, well, someone came and took the lamp away. I looked around, a lousy candles all out found. Well, you don't know what we can find. Why don't you come with me, little girl, on a magic carpet ride? Well, you don't know what we can see. Why don't you tell your dreams to me? Fantasy will set you free. Close your eyes, girl. Look inside, girl. Let the sound take you away. Little ditty about Jack and Diane, two American kids growing up in the heartland. Jackie gonna be a football star. Diane's debutante backseat of Jackie's car. Sucking on a chili dog outside the Tasty Freeze. Diane sitting on Jackie's lap, got his hands between her knees. Jackie said, hey Diane, let's run off behind the shady trees. Dribble off those Bobby Brooks, let me do what I please. Say, oh yeah, life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. Say, oh yeah, life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. To walk on.
stops for a moment, scratches his head and does his best change thing. Well, then there Diane gotta run off to the city. Diane says, baby, you ain't missing nothing. And Jackie say, oh yeah, life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. Oh yeah, they say life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. So let it rock, let it roll, let the Bible belt come and save my soul. Hold on to 16 as long as you can. Changes come around real soon, make us women and men. Oh yeah, life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. Oh yeah, we say life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. A little ditty about Jack and Diane, two American kids doing the best that they can.
Oh, when the sun beats down and burns the tar up on the roof, and your shoes get so hot, you wish your tired feet were fireproof. On that boardwalk down by the sea, yeah, on a blanket with my baby's where I'll be.
Under the boardwalk,
Out of the sun,
under the boardwalk,
we'll be having some fun.
under the boardwalk,
People walking above,
under the boardwalk,
we'll be making love.
under the boardwalk.
Boardwalk. From the park you hear the happy sounds of a carousel. You can almost taste the hot dogs and french fries they sell. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea, yeah. On a blanket with my baby, that's where I'll be.
Under the boardwalk,
Out of the sun,
under the boardwalk,
we'll be having some fun.
under the boardwalk,
People walking above,
under the boardwalk,
we'll be making love.
under the boardwalk, boardwalk.
Used to daydream in that small town. Another foreign romantic gets me. But I've seen it all in this small town. Had myself a ball in a small town. Man in LA down brought to this small town. That small town, just like me. No, I cannot forget from where it is that I come from. I cannot forget the people who love me. Yeah, I can be myself here in this small town. And people let me be just what I want to be.
The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. He was in a bind because he was way behind. He was willing to make a deal. When he came across this young man sawing on a fiddle and playing it hot, and the devil jumped up on a hickory stump and said, "Boy, let me tell you what. I guess you didn't know it, but I'm a fiddle player too. And if you'd care to take a dare, I'll make a bet with you. Now you play pretty good fiddle, boy, but give the devil his due. I bet a fiddle of gold against your soul because I think I'm better than you." The boy said, "My name's Johnny, and it might be a sin, but I'll take your bet and you're gonna regret, because I'm the best as ever been. Johnny, rosin up your bow and play your fiddle hard, cause hell's broke loose in Georgia and the devil deals the cards. And if you win, you get this shiny fiddle made of gold, but if you lose, the devil gets your soul." The devil opened up his case and he said, "I'll start this show," and fire flew from his fingertips as he rosined up his bow. And he pulled the bow across the strings and it made an evil hiss. And then a band of demons joined in and it sounded something like this. When the devil finished, Johnny said, "Well, you're pretty good, old son, but sit down in that chair right there and let me show you how it's done. Fire on the mountain, run, boys, run. The devil's in the house of the rising sun. Chicken in the bread pan, picking out dough. Granny, does your dog bite? No child, no. The devil bowed his head because he knew that he'd been beat, and he laid that golden fiddle on the ground at Johnny's feet. Johnny said, "Devil, just come on back if you ever want to try again. I done told you once, you son of a bitch, I'm the best there's ever been." He played "Fire on the mountain, run, boys, run. Devil's in the house of the rising sun. The chicken in the bread pan, I'm picking out dough. Granny, will your dog bite? No child, no."
Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered today in remembrance of a special person in our lives, Danny Andrew Martin, Wombat, as he was known to all. I am Denise Wotherspoon, and on behalf of Danny's children, Anthony, Jay, Zach, Danny, Jake, Yolya and Warren and their families, I welcome you and thank you for being with them today to celebrate Danny's life and to say goodbye to him in a meaningful and loving way. I also welcome those who are watching the live stream this morning as they've been unable to be with us, especially Dave Mack, a special friend who's in Hobart and couldn't join us because of illness. During this ceremony, we will highlight aspects of Danny's life, retell some stories, and bid him a fitting farewell. After the service, everyone is invited to join with the family for refreshments at the King of Burnie, or Menai, whichever you want to call it, to share your memories and to tell your stories too. Our being here today is an acknowledgement that our lives are all interrelated, composed of many facets from birth until death, composed of significant experiences of love and friendship for Danny. This celebration of Danny's life serves many purposes. Of course, it's for his reverent farewell as a father, partner, pop, brother, uncle, and of course, great friend. But it also recognises the value of his life and confirms that a life well lived has ended. It also helps those remaining to face the reality of his passing. Born on the 9th of October 1961, Danny Andrew Martin, Wombat, was raised in Rossarden before moving to Rosebery in 1966. Not one for school, in and out of strife, Danny moved to New South Wales in 1984 and travelled around Australia for a few years in four-wheel drives and on motorbikes. Turning his hand to many jobs to pay his way, he spent some time in mining, a bit of time as a plasterer. He was really a jack of all trades. Described as a very laid-back and relaxed man, Danny loved to tell a story and never let the truth get in the way of making it a good story. Everything he owned had a story. Not one for a lot of possessions, the things he had were special to him, and he could recall the history of every item. Danny loved making things, pulling things apart and putting them back together. Not always successfully. He was a highly respected member of the Burnie Men's Shed for his input and his skills. He loved his veggie garden. But more than anything, he loved his family. Together they would go camping, fishing, snaring, with Danny teaching the boys all the skills he had. Very protective of the family, he always had their back and would definitely sort things if he thought it was needed. He bought them the first push bikes and then motorbikes, ensuring that they knew how to ride them safely before they could take them home to Tulla. He was a fabulous card player, especially crib. There was barely a card game he did not know. He taught many games to the boys from a very young age. Always there to help, Danny loved his mates and his mates loved him. One of the real characters of Burnie, he could sometimes be on the wrong side of the law, being a bit of a speed demon on the motorbike, but boy, could he ride. Clocked 280 kilometres an hour on a ride to Devonport one day. Yes, we could say he was a bit of a risk taker. But in all of that, he was a good bloke, larger than life. Always a thinker, Danny would spend hours dreaming up his next scheme for making money or having an adventure. What you saw was what you got. There was no bullshit, and he would certainly tell you if you pissed him off. But he was a good mate. He had a way with words and could always convince you that he was helping you when really you were helping him. Danny was cartoon crazy. He loved Ben 10. Give him some ice cream and lollies, countless episodes of Ben 10 on the couch, and he was happy, as long as no one dared to talk. Over the years, Danny battled some demons, but his love of the bush, nature, and animals shone through. Once he rescued a galah from the side of the road. Although it bit him constantly, he persevered with it until he'd nursed it back to full health before he set it free. Stubborn, pig-headed, a know-all that was always right, a shit-stirrer, but also a character with a big heart, fantastic sense of humour, and who would give you the shirt off his back if he thought you needed it. Danny passed away at home on Thursday, the 31st of March, and he's going to be sorely missed by so many. I'd like to share a piece of writing titled The Danny I Knew, written by Titch for the boys so that they know they came from love. It goes like this. I first met Danny at Mandy and Jed's. Danny had been away for a long time, mainly living in Sydney, where Dave Mack ran into him in the street. And of course, he was running amok. They had lots of stories between them, but not ones I can share here. We'd had a lot to drink that first night at Mandy's, and I went to sleep on the couch. Danny passed out on the floor, but sometime through the night he pulled me off the couch, caveman style, because he needed someone to cuddle. Daylight ushered in a terrible hangover, and I was freezing cold from sleeping in a puddle of pee. It must have been love at first piss puddle. Danny actually won me in a game of 8-ball at the Plandome when it was a bar rather than an eating place. Over the years, I learnt no matter what we played, crib, even pick-up sticks, when we played for something, Danny always won. He got me, and I got the washing up. At this stage, Danny had other commitments, so I jumped on a bus with Wazza and headed to Bellevue in Western Australia. It wasn't long before Danny walked into the van. We made a baby in that desert. We ate goat, and we chased emus. We held hands walking the beaches of South Australia. We walked in the water of a shark sanctuary. We acquired some pallets of wild turkey in the hope of making lots of cash, but not to be. I remember the day he ran into the house like a kid in a toy shop. "Come outside, duck. Look what I got you for your birthday." Wow, I thought, this is going to be big. Ta-da! He goes with his arms open, pointing to a big blue wooden boat. "I don't want a boat," I said. "I do," he said, "and I called it Ruthie after you. Happy birthday." And off he went with Woz to catch the first of many fish for the family. So in the long run, he saved us lots of money, a fact he constantly reminded me of. Danny was a great stepdad to Wazza. It was always Dad and Woz against Mum. When they were together, it was like secret men's business. And when Woz was starting to swear a lot, Danny thought he solved it by telling him, "You can swear when it's just us men, but not around your mum." Danny would yell, "Come get your tea, boy. to which Woz would reply, "Go get fucked, Dad." Not a word would be said, just a look, and Danny's face would be glowing red. We camped all over the place, never in luxury, often pretty cold, as Danny would say, "Fuck the packing," and we'd just head off on the spur of the moment and have a great time. The boys were always warm and had their gear. In fact, they were extremely warm the night we got spooked by a bloody fox. We laughed for so many years after that. We watched sunsets in Darwin, slept with the long grasses, swam with barra, ate turtle, croc and buffalo with Prince Moira and Sally in the Tiwi Islands as they danced and fed us in their homes, accepting us into their people. In Brisbane, we stayed with Danny's long-time mate Hoppy, and we became city folk. We walked many roads with our thumbs out. We climbed mountains, swam in rivers, jumped off bridges, skinny dipped whenever we could, and generally we had a ball. We ended up back in Tasmania and we went our separate ways, but never too far apart. Our boys and grandkids keep us forever connected. How I will miss the special occasions when we would barbecue at Fernglade, swimming, laughing, eating and drinking. Danny and I would watch our boys and grandkids, and we'd smile. Danny would say, "Through the good and the bad, Duck, we did all right." Yep, old man, we sure did. That's beautiful, Titch, beautifully written. There are some other tributes from the boys. Jay, you going to come? No? Yep, come on. Good man. Jay? Yep.
First off, I'd like to say thanks for everyone coming today. It means a lot to us all. I'm pretty good at telling the story, but I can't read for shit, so just bear with me. I've been thinking the last couple of days what sums up the old boy. And I'd have to say he was flat out and a glass half full type of guy. He was always a great pop and had a huge heart. I was also willing to help anybody, whether they needed it or not. I've been talking to the boys about all the stories Dad would tell us. I reckon every story Dad had, I reckon everything Dad owned had a story. Whether it was true or false, we still love to hear it. I remember from when I was a young boy, I played around with Dad's lighter once and adjusted the flame up real high. And Dad went to light his smoke and it burned his eyebrows and nose. Sorry about that, old fella. Apart from the camping trips and the fishing, and one of my best memories of the old boy was just sitting around the table, playing crib, talking shit and having a bit of a shit stir. I love you for that, old boy. I was only laughing the other day with the boys, with the old boy. The old boy had this big plan to beat the system again. He was due to go to court and thought that he'd be going to jail. So his foolproof plan was to got one of his mates to change their contact to Tas Health and send him a message and say that he had coronavirus. So he didn't have to go to court. Little did he know that he just only had to send him a message and say that he's got a cough and he wouldn't have had to go anyway. I suppose you got the last laugh anyway, old boy. You didn't have to go anyway, mate. I will never forget the love for myself and my brothers and my grandkid and his grandkids. And I know that every time I play crib, I know you'll be watching me, old boy, trying to count me cards first. I love you, Dad. We'll never forget you. Thank you.
Well done, Joe. A couple of others. One from Danny. Oh boy, there are so many stories and memories I could write about. From Jay convincing me to stick foil up your nose to wake you up one morning when I was 3 years old, to you breaking your foot trying to show off on your motorised pushy. One thing I can say about Dad is he could always tell a good story. It didn't matter if it was the first time you heard it or the 20th time. It would always make you laugh. I'm going to miss you like crazy, old fella. I hope they have cartoons up there for you. And from Zach. Morning. Hi, most of you know me. Hi, most of you know me, but for those of you that don't, I'm the bestest looking big brother with the biggest head. For the past week, I've struggled to find the words that I never wanted to find. I stand before you today giving a speech that I never wanted to give, and now I'm missing the one person I never wanted to live without. Our dad, as many of you know, is a great man, and the love he had for his family was huge. He always had a story to tell, and he didn't care if it was halfway through your story. It was time that you listened to his. One of Dad's favourite stories to share was the time that Dad asked me if I could drive a car, and I said, "Yeah, Dad." I had Danny in the passenger seat, and the trampoline was behind the gate. I went to take off, and the four-wheel drive rolled forward, and because couldn't drive, I put my foot down on the accelerator as fast as I could, and it roared back in reverse straight into the fence. Dad comes running out because Danny is screaming and everyone's laughing and saying, "What happened?" I said, "The steering wheel locked." It was the first excuse I could actually come up with. Dad just laughed and said, "You told me you could drive." I have so many great memories with Dad that I could stand here all day and share with you, but one day wouldn't be long enough to share how great he was. He loved us boys, but the love he showed to his grandchildren was beyond words. It didn't matter how sore he would be, he would make sure that he ran and played with them the whole time. One more story that I will never forget is when I was at school one day and Dad turned up to school on his road bike. I go out the front and here's Dad, Joe and about 50 kids. I always thought my dad was a superhero, and now all the other kids did as well. On behalf of the family, we would like to thank you all for being here today, and I would like to leave you with a phrase that we heard constantly. "Who's the bestest looking and why am I?" Thanks, guys. When I'm gone, release me and let me go. I have so many things to see and do. You mustn't tie yourself to me with too many tears, but be thankful we had so many good years. I gave you my love, and you can only guess how much you've given me in happiness. I thank you for the love that you have shown, but now it's time I travel alone. So grieve for me a while, if grieve you must. Then let your grief be comforted by trust. It is only for a while that we must part, so treasure the memories within your heart. I won't be far away, for life goes on, and if you need me, call and I will come. Though you can't see or touch me, I will be near, and if you listen with your heart, you'll hear all my love around you soft and clear. And then, when you come this way alone, I'll greet you with a smile and a welcome home. We now have the privilege to look at photographs of aspects of Danny's life that have been collected from family albums. The chosen songs to support these photos are The Weight by the band and I'd Love to Lay You Down by Conway Twitty.
I pulled into Nazareth, was feeling about half past dead. I just need some place where I can lay my head. Hey, mister, can you tell me where a man might find a bed? He just grinned and shook my hand, no was all he said. Take a load off, Fanny. Take a load for free. Take a load off, Fanny. And you put the load right on me. I picked up my bag. I went looking for a place to hide. When I saw Carmen and the devil walked inside my side, I said, hey, Carmen, come on, let's go downtown. She said, I gotta go, but my friend can stick around. Take a load off, Fanny. Take a load for free. Take a load off, Fanny. And you put the load right on me. Go down, Miss Moses, there's nothing you can say. It's just old Luke, and Luke's waiting on the judgment day. Well, Luke, my friend, what about young Anna Lee? He said, do me a favor, son, won't you stay and keep Anna Lee company? Take a load off, Fanny. Take a load for free. Take a load off, Fanny. And you put the load right on me. Crazy Chester followed me and he caught me in the fall. He said, I will fix your rat if you take Jack, my dog. I said, wait a minute, Chester, you know I'm a peaceful man. He said, that's okay, boy, won't you feed me when you can? Yeah, take a load off, Fanny. Take a load for free. Take a load off, Fanny. And you put the load right on me. Get your cannonball now to take me down the line. My bag is sinking low, and I do believe it's time to get back to Miss Fanny. You know she's the only one who sent me here with her regards for everyone. Take a load off, Fanny. Take a load free. Take a load off, Fanny. And you put the load right on me.
There's a lot of ways of saying what I want to say to you. There's songs and poems and promises and dreams that might come true. But I won't talk of starry skies or moonlight on the ground. I'll come right out and tell you I'd just love to lay you down. Lay you down and softly whisper pretty love words in your ear. Lay you down and tell you all the things a woman loves to hear. I'll let you know how much it means just having you around. Oh, darling, how I'd love to lay you down. There's so many ways your sweet love's made this house into a home. You've got a way of doing little things that turn me on, like standing in the kitchen in your faded cotton gown, with your hair all up in curlers. I still love to lay you down. Lay you down and softly whisper pretty love words in your ear. Lay you down and tell you all the things a woman loves to hear. I'll let you know how much it means just having you around. Oh, darling, how I love to lay you down. When a whole lot of Decembers are showing in your face, your auburn hair has faded and silver takes its place. You'll be just as lovely and I'll still be around. And if I can, I know that I'd still love to lay you down. Lay you down and softly whisper pretty love words in your ear. Lay you down and tell you all the things a woman loves to hear. I'll let you know how much it means just having you around. Oh, darling, how I'd love to lay you down. Lay you down and softly whisper pretty love words in your ear. Lay you down and tell you all the things my woman loves to hear. I'll let you know how much it means just having you around. Oh, darling, how I love to lay you down. Lay you down and softly whisper pretty love words in your ear. Lay you down and tell you all the things my woman loves to hear. I'll let you know how much it means just having you around. Oh, darling.
What beautiful memories you've got contained in there. Some of you have flowers to place. Now's the time, if you would like to come and say your quiet farewell, to place your flowers. These flowers were specially picked this morning from Danny's garden. Would you all please stand? It is now time to lay this great character to rest. Adored by his family and respected by his friends, he has meant so much to so many. Tenderly and reverently, we commit the body of Danny Andrew Martin, Wombat, to the elements and ultimately to Mother Earth, from which all life comes and to which in the end all life returns. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Grateful for the life that has been lived and for all that life has meant to us. May we remember the depths of his love, the depths of his kindness, and that special way that he did indeed touch all our lives. I have no doubt that all of you here are grateful for Danny's life, for the life that has been lived, and for what it meant to you personally. Danny will now take his final journey to the sounds of the Oak Ridge Boys singing "You All Come Back Saloon." And a reminder, please join the family at the Menai.
She played tambourine with a silver jingle, and she must have known the words to at least 1,000,000 tunes. But the one most requested by the man she knew as cowboy was a late night benediction at the Y'all Come Back Saloon. In a voice soft and trembling, she'd sing her song to cowboy as a smoky halo circled round her raven hair. And all the fallen angels and pinball playing rounders stopped the games that they'd been playing for the loser's evening prayer. Faded love, faded memories, how they linger in her mind. Miles and years played the cowboy like an old melody, out of tune and out of time. Every night in the shadows, thinking back on Amarillo, he'd dream of better days and ask for faded love. Lifting high his glass in honor of the lady and her song, he paid his check and lonely walked that broken cowboy home. She played tambourine with a silver jingle, and she must have known the words to at least 1,000,000 tunes. But the one most requested by the man she knew as cowboy was a late night benediction at the Y'all Come Back Saloon. She played tambourine with a silver